I'm noticing truck drivers are some of the shittiest fucking people now.
Yeah.
They're rude. They don't give a damn about anybody. It's like a BMW, like they should all be driving BMWs. Good morning. So we slept till like 10 o'clock. Actually, it was 10 o'clock when I crawled out of the bed and started the truck up to let it warm up. I honestly don't know what time it is now. The parking lot's kind of empty now. But we did get here later than a lot of people. I bought some new wiper blades for the truck. So I'm going to put that on because it during the storm it got so bad that basically, well, they've never really wiped very good. But it got so bad there was like ice caked up around them. And the washer fluid that I guess the guy had in here before wasn't winter blend, so it all froze. So we bought some winter blend, but now we have to wait for that stuff to thaw out in order for it to be able to squirt through the squirters again. Woo! It's chilly. So I mean, I think the tarps were doing good. Honestly, it didn't look like they were flapping around as much as what they do with the Ford. I think because the air was shooting over top. I don't know. That, and honestly, I was just driving slower than the Ford. And man, let me show you guys this too. So much snow last night. Oh, it's melted off. This whole back was completely covered. You couldn't read anything. So, wow. Wow. Well, Lita's cooking us some breakfast in the bag. I'm gonna put these wipers on, knock out pre-trip, and we are going to head to Colorado. So, all right, we'll see you guys along the way. All right, guys, we went down the road a little bit to a Flying J so we could get a shower. Oh God. And I think we figured out what's wrong with the truck. So we're only seeing 19 pounds of boost. And there's so many different things that could be the cause of it. And I'm not sure which one it is. So I think what we'll probably do is look up shops in Colorado and drop this thing off Monday morning so they can figure it out. And it's all Chris Anderson's fault. He should have known better. No, but seriously, like, you can't really tell how much boost a truck's gonna make until you put it under load. Like, I remember when I put my first turbo kit on, I was all proud of myself. I'm sitting in the garage, and I'm like, revving up the engine, right? And I'm like, this thing isn't building any boost. Isn't building any boost. What's going on here? Something's wrong. Checking over everything, looking at everything. Finally, I do some research and realize that it doesn't build boost unless it's under a load. So even just driving bobtail around, you won't see full boost numbers unless you're climbing a hill or something. So it's, you know, we bought it in Florida, completely flat, no trailer, but it's still Chris Anderson's fault for sure. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. What can you do, right? I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm still in a good mood. I mean, the truck's running fine other than it being underpowered. According to Google, the truck making 25 or less is way underpowered. And we're only making 19. So we're definitely underpowered. That's why we're getting passed on these hills. And it's hard to get up the speed limit. It seems like once I go from 9th gear to 10th gear, I hardly ever hit 10th gear now. In an empty trailer we can hit 10th gear and it cruises along pretty good, but you're not hitting 10th gear pulling this load unless you're going downhill or flat ground. So I don't know. What can you do? like I said, I'm still in a good mood. I'm still happy. We're sleeping great. Fat Butts hasn't been sleeping on the floor like we originally planned, or that I originally planned. She's been exactly where you see her, on the bed. And I haven't had to sleep up on the top bunk yet either. We haven't been idling. We've been running the generator, and I ran that little heater last night, and with the things in the windows, and then we draw the curtains to keep most of the heat back there. It wasn't too bad. We also have an electric blanket that I turned on low last night.
That was fine.
And it wasn't really cold until I got out of the covers at 10 o'clock this morning, and I was like, ooh. But at the rest area that we were at, when I went to walk to use the bathroom, I seen this truck like trying to go, and it looked like he was stuck. And the more I looked at it, I was like, man, his trailer brakes are frozen. And I walked by some other truck drivers that was laughing at him and whatever. I went back to the truck, started up my truck because I was freaking out. I'm like, oh man, my brakes are going to be frozen too. But the guy didn't have any idea. The truck driver said that he got out of the truck, kicked his tire, rubbed his hand on the tire, jumped in the truck and tried to pull away again. Yeah. And so when we pulled up, I guess he found some carpet squares from somewhere. I think he took the carpets from out of the rest area.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and he was trying to stick it underneath his tires.
Damn.
And I asked him, he was a foreigner. I asked him, I'm like, you have a hammer? He's like, no. He's like, I think your trailer brakes are frozen. He's like, I don't have a hammer. So I jumped out, got my hammer, I beat on his trailer brakes for him. I was like, all right, give that a shot. And he backed up the trailer and it started backing up. So he pulled forward and he looks over at me and he gives me the thumbs up and just keeps driving. And I told Lita, I wasn't expecting anything, but if that were me, I'd have bought the dude breakfast and I would have shook his hand and thanked him. So these people, man, they wonder why nobody wants to help them. And I'm not just talking about foreigners, I'm talking about other truck drivers. I'm noticing truck drivers are some of the shittiest fucking people now.
Yeah.
They're rude. They don't give a damn about anybody. It's like a BMW, like they should all be driving BMWs.
Yeah.
Those douchebag BMW drivers that just want to cut you off because their time's more important than yours. That's pretty much. And why does everybody on the CB have to talk like they're from Deliverance?
Maybe that's all the only people that
I don't know what's going on there. It's like, dude, you don't have to talk like you bang your sister. It's crazy. I don't know. Talk like a normal person. You don't have to talk with that southern fake twang. That's what it is.
I mean, we were in Georgia.
It's completely fake. No, that was up in Ohio too.
I guess.
That's when we were coming through Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I don't know. Alright. We are going to hit the road. So we'll see you guys later. Alright guys, we have stopped for the night. That's day number 3 driving the truck. What do you think so far, babies?
It's okay.
Yeah? I'm getting the hang of this shifting thing too. It is currently 7 degrees outside. We're in Kansas. We made it to Kansas. We're on Kansas 33 at a Burt's Travel Center. Super nice place. I want to say I've been to this one or I've been to one of these before. I remember cooking a pork chop in the freezing cold. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's starting to flurry again.
Been snowing.
Yeah. So I can't remember if I told you guys this morning or not. So when we took the trailer in to get the tires put on, they told me that I had some wheel seals leaking. So they charged me to fix the wheel seals, and then they charged me because I needed new brakes because I got oil on the brakes, right? Well, I do pre-trip this morning, and they're all empty. So I call them up. I'm like, look, I don't have any oil in my seals now, or in my axles. So they said next time I'm in town just to bring it by and they'll take a look at it. So I'm just checking it every once in a while, adding oil. What sucks is I bought a whole bunch, but I bought a whole bunch, but I only brought one thing of it. And it's probably going to take, I've had to add it twice today. So, And I bought the really good stuff too. So we'll check it in the morning. We might have to pick up some more of that. It's 7 degrees, like I said, it's 7 degrees outside. So I got to go outside and add some anti-gel so we don't gel up. I ended up having to buy some howls. I didn't want to buy a howls. I wanted to buy something better, but that's all they had here. So this truck's kind of fancy. It tells you how much power you're using. Oh, thank you, babies. And since we're only making about 20 pounds of boost, when I'm pulling these hills, I can flip through this gauge here. Let me see if I can show you guys. It's cold. I gotta go back outside. Let me flip this around. So I can flip through this, and we still got that red light, by the way. But the truck's running good. So I can go through this, and I can go to, I think it's in other gauges. View other gauges. And it'll tell me how much load the engine's on. And the highest I can get it is 54, even pulling the hills. And so far we're getting like just a little more than 5 miles to the gallon, which isn't the greatest. I'm hoping once we get this whole turbo thing fixed that that'll go up, because you know, basically right now I'm not climbing the hills with power, I'm climbing the hills with gearing and RPM. I'm having to drop down to like 6th gear, and I'm crawling up hills at like 30 mile an hour, putting on my flashers, just doing what we can do. We've got we'll be dropping this thing off Monday morning at a Mac dealership in Commerce City, Colorado. So kind of sucks, man. First time out, I have to stick this thing in the shop, which probably makes a lot of you guys happy, because I know there's a lot of people that watch the channel that they've got their fingers crossed, just hoping and praying that we fail. I'm enjoying myself in this truck. Now, when I get the bill, I probably won't be as happy, but I'm really enjoying driving this thing. It's not as scary as I thought it would be. We have room. We're sleeping great. Fat Butts is enjoying herself back there. I'm really enjoying it. The rates have been great. I mean, what else can you complain about other than maybe Chris Anderson selling me or finding me a lemon? Thanks, Chris.
Man, dude.
I'm just kidding.
Give him a compliment.
He's probably already got a complex. He was like freaking out. He called me up. Oh man, I'm so sorry. Like, don't worry, dude. It's not your fault. But I'm gonna let YouTube know that it was your fault. So, anyways, I gotta stop blabbing. We already ate dinner. We heated up some lasagna. It was pretty good. Man, this truck stop's really nice though.
Maybe their coffee is good.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Is it too late to go get a cup of coffee?
Yeah, it's too late now.
Oh, okay.
You have to go to sleep.
I'd like something warm. What about hot chocolate? You think that would keep me up?
No.
No? Well, I don't know. I want to give this place some money. I bought a strap winder.
You did though.
Yeah, I
Gave
spent 60 bucks in there. Was it 50 or 60?
50.
I bought a 4-inch strap winder, some howls, and I bought this cream soda, because what I was going to do is I was going to drink this, and I was going to use this to measure out the howls, because this will do 320 gallons. We don't need that much, so I need to measure out. Anyways, let me get off here. We'll see you guys in the morning. Good night.